All right, so let's look at the retirement plan for Becky and Dawn in the great state of Alabama. Interesting stuff here. Interesting stuff. Hello, Pablo. All right. So they both work. We're not going to say much more than that. They're going to take they both are going to have pensions, all right, and they're going to choose the one with 100% survivor benefit. I'll make this bigger for the time being. They're going to take the one, my hair's all jacked up. I look all right. I look all right. I need to get some sun on my face because it's beautiful outside, but I'm afraid to go out and get sun, get the vitamin D. I'm afraid. They're 100% debt free and they have pension. So debt free and pension, we know we're going to be a good place. I did find a couple oddities in their planning here, which I didn't quite understand. They wanted Don is 2 years older than old Becky here, so Don was robbed of the cradle. Good job, Don. I'm sure some people find that offensive. It's funny, people. Relax. They want to move to Panama or Mexico when they retire until they hit Medicare. So that's interesting to me. Lower cost of living, lower than Alabama. That's interesting. Okay, but anyway, that's what they want to do. Lower cost of living. Our goal is to allow our investments to grow while we live on just pensions. They'll both be covered under their employer's Blue Cross until they reach Medicare, which is good. We'll have private health insurance abroad, and we will pay out of pocket for any smaller healthcare needs. If we need any major surgeries, we'll come back to the good old US of A. They would like not to draw Social Security until they're 70. Okay, gotcha. They think Don will live till he's the age of 85, Becky at 88. So let's see what we got here. All right, so their goal is then to draw Social Security at 70. So let's make sure we do that. Income. And that's for PIA. And we're going to draw it at 70. All right. And where's Don's Social Security? Right there. Okay. And he's going to draw it at 72, which I don't know, man. I mean, if he's only going to live till he's 85, I don't know about that. We'll have to look into this. All right, so let's see their net worth. They have $235,000 in CDs and $14,000 in checking and savings. They have $166,000 in total investments, of which a joint taxable account with a couple different firms about what's that? $19,000, $12,000, $9,000. Yeah, okay, or $10,000. It looks like $10,000. 75, 25 stocks to bonds. All right, they got, we talked about, okay. Don's got a 401k of 19,000 between two different companies. And he's about 75, 25 stocks to bonds. He's got a Roth 10,000. That's all in stocks. I just slipped my fingers. How dare I touch my face? Good job, Pablo. And he's got a 457 plan of $40,000. Good boy. 75, 25 stocks to bonds. Becky's got a CD, an IRA. She has a Roth, also 100% stocks, and she has a 457B plan as well with 62,000 75, 25 stocks to bonds. Their home is worth $125,000. There's a property tax insurance paid for. All right. And they broke down their Social Security at their PIA at 67 and at 70, so that's good stuff. Their income, all right, let's look at their income right now. Is Don makes $62,400 a year. That's before tax, all right. And then Becky makes $48,900 a year before tax, all right. Their current expenses, we'll go to expenses, is $2,600. All right, and they save $3,000 per month in cash. All right, good. Since we're close to retirement, they've stopped funding their 401ks. Oh, let's make sure. Oops, we still got Velma in there. We'll just delete this. All right, so they don't have any savings other than saving to their cash account, which makes sense to me. All right, good. Let's also get out of tithing. That's from a previous guy, so we'll get rid of that too. All right, cool. All right, so they save $3,000. Since we're so close to retirement, they stop funding any 401k, 457. I think if your company match municipality, Becky still does, I would take advantage of that. It's just free money. So if they're matching 3% on your 3%, I think that'd be dumb not to do that for sure. I take advantage of the match, absolutely. I mean, it's free money. It's literally free money. Don't leave free money on the table. And if they don't match, don't. I got no qualm with that. But if they match, I think you're crazy not to do that. And she doesn't say in here if they get a match or not. But I think that's nuts not to take advantage of the match. Our tax accountant suggests we start converting over the 401k and 457 to Roths when they retire starting in 2023 because our income will be lower at that time. All right, that makes sense. They have $45,600 a year pension, essentially between them. So let's just say it's $1,900 for one, $1,900 for the other. I'm just saying it's 100% survivor benefit. So we're just saying this is it right here. All right, so we're gonna say it's not really joint, but it's a 100% survivor benefit. It does not matter. And you'll notice here too, it's fully taxable. Cost basis is 0. So, and also this would be exclusion ratio 0. That means it's fully taxable. All right. All right. Income when we retire. All right. So here's what they think for. This is weird. All right. So their expenses right now are only $2,600 a month, but they figure when they retire, their expenses are going to be, which is significantly more than that. Mexico/Panama retirement expenses is $3,500 a month, which includes rent, health insurance, and travel. Okay, good. So we're going to have to. All right, good. So let's get rid of this right here. All right, I had taken that. Okay, good. So they're going to sell their house and rent something. Which, okay, gotcha. They're selling out to rent something. Okay, good. That makes sense. So they're thinking they're going to spend $3,500 a month, which is rent, health insurance, and travel. I get that. And then it's going to be when they come back stateside, it's going to be $5,500 a month. Includes Medicare and travel. But I'm not saying I'm taking out from Medicare because that was already included here. I'm going to assume that $5,500 a month means either rent or buying a house. I'm not sure. So I guess what we could do here is we could say calendar year, because when they come back stateside, they said they're going to probably buy a home. We'll put that for 2026. Let's just say they're going to buy a home in 2026. I think they're going to purchase price on a home. They'll use that cash to buy a new home. About $100,000 in a 55+ community, and we'll just say 100% down for simplicity. We'll run these numbers and see what it looks like. We'll annual property tax $1,000 because Alabama's doggone cheap when it comes to that. Annual insurance $1,000. All right, cool. Oops. All right, that looks pretty good to me. We'll just say 1% appreciation. All right. So they're going to rent, which is included in the monthly expenses in Mexico. Then they're going to buy a house when they come back, and their retirement expenses, their retirement expenses are going to jump twice what their current expenses are, from $2,600 a month to $5,500 a month. That seems odd to me. I mean, okay, but I mean, look, this is their stuff. I'm just saying they might buy an RV when they return to the stateside. Okay, but they didn't say anything about that. Just they might. Okay. They have about 2.5 more years till retirement. They do fully fund their Roths each year. Okay, good. So let's hit savings. Let's get rid of that. We're going to add savings. Roth IRA. Becky is maxing. All right. And they'll do that till, yep, there, perfect. All right. And then old Don is doing the same. And Don, Roth. They asked if they should ladder their CDs. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll talk about that. All right, so let's dive into this. So let's see what again, we're needing goals. We're going to need income of $40,000 a year when they go to Mexico/Panama. A couple of years after that, they'll need more than that. They're going to have Social Security and a pension. They're going to retire. How old are they again? Old Becky is 58 and Don's 50. So they're going to retire here in 2 years. Okay. And they got Don's only going to live till he's 85. I don't think they should wait till 70 to take Social Security, but we can crunch the numbers. Okay. So let's see. All right, that makes sense. So let's look at investments real quick because they got a bunch of cash. Remember, this does not include your bank accounts. It only includes your literally investment accounts. So of their investment accounts, they're relatively aggressive investor, but they got a bunch sitting in cash. All right, so let's go to profile and let's go to net worth or retirement, excuse me, and see what we're looking here. Yeah, they're in pretty good shape. Let's hit tax. Yeah, not much in terms of taxes. All right, so let's just go back to retirement cash flows. Why are we in such good shape here? Let's take a gander. The action items, 60, 62. Becky's live till she's 88, and Dawn's 85. All right, looks pretty good. Relocation, okay. Let's just take a gander at tax cash flows. So their income inflows. Dawn's salary, Becky's salary, 111,000. That looks good. They're going to do that for the next 32. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Until November 2022. Perfect. All right, good. All right. Pension doesn't kick in until retirement, so we got to change that. I think, right? So yeah, we're going to change the pension until they retire. Income. I'm surprised I missed that one. Oh yeah, Becky right there. All right. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know how I missed that, but okay. So let's go back. Retirement. Yeah, okay. They're still pretty good shape. They got 2 grown kids too, by the way. But again, they don't want to live like paupers so their kids can live like kings. That's not what we're trying to accomplish. All right, good. So their income inflows. All right, that looks good. Then they'll have 2 months of pension. Okay, good, 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 good job, Right Capital, for making that contingent on the month. I think it's very helpful. Expenses are 31,000. That's their $2,600. All right. I don't know how much of health. I don't know. See, they're saving $3,000 a year, a month for cash. And this includes a pretty significant tax payment. So their total expense, they're saving. There's their Roth IRA, max amount. They got their taxes. They got their expenses. So they're saving. Yeah, that's $3,000 a month right there, man. That's exactly right. If we go to accounts, we go to additions to accounts here. Yeah, there you go. There's just $3,000 a month. So that's hitting on the head. Let's go back. Oops. Let's go back to cash flows. I just don't get the expenditures. Why does it jump up so much when they hit? All right. So here's our expenses come retirement. All right. So now they're January 2023. They're theoretically in Mexico, and their expenses are housing. Because they're keeping their. This is a tough one. I'm saying, well, I tell you what we can do. Let's go back and change the house here. We'll just sell the house, man. We'll sell the house. Was it goals here? Yeah, let's just say they're relocating. We're going to sell the house in 2000. We're going to sell the house at Becky's retirement. And then let's just have them renting a home. How are we going to do this? Let's sell the house. All right, so now what we're going to do, all right, now I wonder if we can add a goal. Property. Let's just do this. And we're going to say 55 plus home per. Oops, I hate when it does that. What just happened there? But anyway, 55 plus home purchase. All right. And they said $100,000, and we're gonna make it in 2026, and they're gonna don't really pay off. I don't know how to make a new purchase of a primary residence if you're going to rent for a couple of years. I'm not sure how to do that, guys. So we're going to say no monthly rent. You're not going to get any monthly rent. You're not going to have any vacancy. We're going to say you're not going to get any appreciation. Let's just say you get a 2% appreciation. We're not going to, okay, monthly maintenance ain't a property tax. There you go, 1,000. Down payment 100%. There we go. That might work. This might work. Annual insurance $1,000 bucks. So let's see what this looks like. And we're going to do it 2026. And you're just going to pay cash money. Let's see what that looks like. All right, so let's go to retirement. Because you're selling your home and you're relocating to a foreign country. So you're not like selling your home. All right, that looks like it's still going to be good. So you're not selling your home and relocating to a new home, or you're renting. You're selling your home, relocating to rent, and then you're going to buy a new home, which makes sense. I'm just not quite sure how to make it look fancy-nancy in the software, but this might work here. So we're selling our home here in 2022, and then we're buying a home. Let's go to outflows in 2020, right there. Okay, cool. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so we're selling our home. All right, so let's go to accounts. This is going to work. All right, so we're going to go to accounts, additions to accounts, sold our home there. All right, that's good. Withdrawals from accounts. It should be a big, yeah, right there to buy that house. Okay, cool. Good, good, good. Now let's go to net worth. And we have our investment property is our primary house. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. I hate that you have to call it investment property, but be it as it may. And then healthcare, good. Rental outflows. That's your property tax and homeowners insurance. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty keen on that. All right, not as clean as I'd like, but it works. It works. It gets the job done. It has you paying money for a home, so you're losing $100,000 in today's numbers to buy a house when you get back from Mexico, and you're selling your home and generating the cash flow in 2022. That's good. That makes okay. Good. I'm fond of that. All right, so let's keep going. So we got expenses. All right, so now what we'll do is we have expenses. This is property tax. Actually, what is expenses? When we sold that home, it's gonna be healthcare. Okay, there you go. Healthcare. I just have you. I just have you each paying $2,000 a year for out-of-pocket coverage for healthcare, and then you hit Medicare, and that's you're gonna have Part B, Part D, Medicare supplemental policy, and your co-pays out of pocket. So we just have that's your healthcare. Okay. We got your rental outflows is literally not a rental outflow, is your property tax and homeowners insurance on your 55 plus community. All right, that actually looks pretty good to me. And then expenses are if we go to goals, we're going to show you we got your goals right here. So here's your other goals, and this is your Mexico expenses. All right, at what do you say, $3,500 a month, and then here's your U.S. expenses at $5,500 a month. And that'll go until the day you die. Okay, good. I think that's probably quite high, but be it as it may, it works, man. It works. All right, so now let's go back to income. All right, so when you hit retirement, you'll have a pension, $45,000, but your Social Security won't kick in until you're 30, until you're 70 for old Dawn, and then 70 for Becky, and then so. I mean, either way, it's going to work. And the reason it's going to work is watch. Yeah, right here. So come 70, when you're on Social Security, Becky, you're having net cash flow positive. Does that make sense? You're living, you're not spending enough. You have your total expenditures plus taxes equals 104, but your total income is 111. So the surplus is being reinvested in your taxable account. And your taxable account is right here. So this is your CDs. All right, so that's your CDs. And then you see that's literally just in CDs. Then you're putting your money from the sale of the property in cash. Now you're going to start drawing on that cash. And you're only getting, 1% a year or something like that. 1% a year. So you're going to start drawing on this cash in order to live on. And so it's going to drop down to 512. And then Dawn's Social Security kicks in, and you're not having to draw any more cash. Now you got surpluses, and then of course you'll have required distributions as well from your IRA and 401k. All right, so bear with me just a second. So let's just go back to withdrawals from accounts, Yeah, we don't want you to take money from the taxable stuff. We want you to take money from your retirement account. So let's go up to, I think I go to tax. Yeah, what we want you to do, yeah, we want you to start, okay, bear with me just a sec. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Is it details I want to go? Nope. Is it distributions right there? All right. We want you to tax deferred. Good. Yeah, withdrawal strategy. All right, cool. That's good. So what we want you to do is we want not to pull money from your savings account, checking account, cash accounts. We want you to pull money from your IRA 401k. Let's see what it looks like. This will be proposed plan. Okay, so good. So what's going to happen here? If you pull money from your IRA 401k, it doesn't change much. I mean, $3,000, but it will change more in terms of. Bear with just a second. If we go to and by the way, watch. The reason why is, I mean, because you got 80% of your income stable from your pension and Social Security. Just a little bit of your income needs is coming from mandatory distributions or your IRA or your cash accounts, your investments. The vast majority of your income is coming from your Social Security and your pension, which is why you guys are in good place. Let's go to cash flows again. Something here. I'm going to go propose. Okay, sweet. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to accounts. And we're going to do withdrawals from accounts. This should show you coming up from these two. Yeah, sweet. Okay, good. So it's coming from your 401k and IRAs first. Yeah, that's what we want. And then your 401k is exhausted. Your IRA is that's perfect. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, I hope that makes sense what I'm doing. So basically what we're doing is we're saying withdrawals from accounts. We're not taking anything from our taxable accounts. We're taking it from our 401k and our IRA while we're needing money to live on top of our pension. Hope that makes sense. So we go back to summary. You have in 2023, when you retire, you have an income need of $18,000, $20,000, $19,000. You don't have that money coming from any place. So you got to take it out from either your taxable account, which is your CDs, your savings accounts, or you got to take it out from your IRAs and 401ks. We want you to take it from your IRAs and 401ks first. And that will resolve us the need to do any Roth conversions. And if we do that, you'll see that we're withdrawing from your 401k and IRA to cover the deficits that you have, which means these accounts will be zeroed out by the time you're 64 and 66, which is exactly what we want. And the rest of your money will be in taxable accounts. You'll see nothing. You got nothing here, nothing there. It's perfect. All right, now your Roth is still growing, man. Your Roth is growing like freaking gangbusters because you're not having to tap that in. But when you do decide to take buy a home, you're going to take it from your taxable accounts, and it won't be taxable to you because it's all sitting in cash. And a $100,000 house today will cost you $127,000 in 5 years, 4 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 years. So that money is going to come from your cash account. So if we look at ending balance, well, your ending balance in this account is $568,000. So you pull that money from that account, you buy your house cash money, and you're golden. Roth IRA is still growing like crazy, man. So if you look at, let's watch this. Let's go to summary, and we're going to go to tax payments. All right, so here, because we're pulling money out of our 401k IRA before we have Social Security kicking in, you're going to watch your tax payments. I mean, look at this, man. I mean, they're going to be higher on the front end, but they're going to be a whole lot lower in the back. Now, here they start growing because now your Social Security is kicking in for both of y'all on top of your pension, which means you're literally in the torpedo, which sucks. But, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it's literally nothing you can do. You got the pension and you got Social Security. So let's look at the tax man here. And you're going to have a little bit more on the front end, but like 8% when you're 73, 9.8 when you're 81, a little bit of a jump there. If we look at current plan, where you're not pulling your money out of your IRA first, you're allowing your IRA. Yeah, look at that. So a significant tax increase if you don't pull money out of your IRA, but instead of your taxable accounts. So you're not paying much here, right? Look at that, 2.9, 3.9, 3.1 to the feds. I doubt your state tax rate's that high, but either way, you're paying 7-8% here, but then you're paying 12-13% there, and you're paying this for a whole lot longer. And then when old Don dies, you're going from 10.4 to 13.7. And if we look at proposed plan, let's see what we got. It's going from 9.9 to 12.1, so a whole lot less taxes for you later on. It's still a widow's tax trap, but it won't be as much. And you can see you're paying 3.1 to 3.9, 7.5. You're going to save a bunch of money on taxes, and on top of that, watch this. You're only leaving $3,000. So you're saving a lot of money in taxes. You're only leaving $3,000 of liquid net worth at your death to leave to your kids, but you actually leave more to your kids, and I'll show you why. So watch this. If we go to accounts, this is under the proposed plan. Everything you're leaving to your kiddos, $900,000 here in Roth IRA tax-free, $1.256 million here in taxable accounts tax-free. And if we go to current plan, I have no idea what it'll be. Let's take a gander. If we shall, you got 401k traditional IRA. Okay, so here you're leaving 315, 20,000 or so taxable to your kids, which means if they're in a 25% tax bracket, stay in feds, and you're leaving what's that, $325,000. They're only getting $243,000. So you're actually leaving more money to your kids by paying the taxes on the front end of your retirement by drawing money from your IRAs and 401ks. Absolutely no reason to do a Roth conversion, not whatsoever. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I mean that's without question the way to go. So look, $352,000 in a Roth. This other way was. This is a perfect example of why you need to pull money out without even doing Roth conversions. You pull it out beforehand, so that way you don't pay tax on it later. $300,000. I mean, you're leaving 3 times as much in a Roth. That's not debatable. Let's see what invested as an invested portfolio return. Yeah, and you're making money here. So 2035, 203. Oops, we got 2099 minus 2035 equals 64,000 on 2035. So you're making all of 3% here as well. Now you'd certainly want to invest that more aggressively. I wouldn't do it right now. I just wait to see how things shake out. But yeah, that's not very aggressive. Let's just put it that way. On your Roth, you're making on your accounts, on your Roth is growing from, so you can see your taxable portfolios, you're making on this whole thing, you're making all $14,000 on 1.24. So you're making all of 1% because it's all in cash on 1% there, and here you're probably making 7.5, 908 minus 856. Divided by 856. Yeah. All right. So you're making, actually, no, 7. You're making 6% here and 1% there. So at the end of the day, you want to invest that cash holdings that you have a lot more aggressively than it is right now. I wonder if you take Social Security earlier. What happens if we take, let's go to analysis. What happens if we take Social Security at 67? I don't know the answer to that. So you don't need to do Roth. No Roth conversions. I keep adding to your Roth, don't get me wrong, but no reason to do Roth conversions. Let's take Social Security at full retirement age for both of y'all. So not only do you not need to do Roth conversions, when you retire and you need money to live on outside of your pension, because you're going to, don't touch your CDs, don't touch your cash, touch your IRAs and 401ks. Liquidate those puppies. Those would be the assets you want to attack first and foremost before Social Security kicks in. Ultimately, those will be gone at some point, and when they're gone, and you're in the least tax bracket you'll ever be again. So now we're taking Social Security. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess it doesn't work as well as I would have thought. Okay, I thought taking Social Security earlier would. It doesn't change much. I'll leave that for you guys. I don't have. What would I do here? Don takes Social Security at 70, bar none. You should take Social Security at 67. Let's go back and make that happen. Just because you're going to assume Don dies, and you're going to step into his benefit, Becky. So I'm going to have you taken at 67. That's your full retirement age. Let's see what it looks like there. Don dies, and you get his benefit, and you'll survive him by 5 years, I think. So you should take yours at full retirement age. Don takes, I mean, even here, I actually want right there. We're going to do current strategy. All right, cool. Hold on just a second. Yeah, it does increase your benefit. All right, so basically what we're doing here, guys, is we're having Don takes Social Security at 70. Becky takes Social Security at 67. When Don dies, Becky, you'll lose your lower benefit but step into his higher benefit. And if you're going to have him dying at 85 and you at 88, you'll survive him by 5 years. So you definitely want to take Social Security earlier than him for sure, and have him take it later because he has more benefit anyway, and he's going to survive or die before you do. You guys are in a good place, man. I just don't. There's no other way around that. Because you got no debt. It's all about the freaking debt. If we made your portfolio a little bit more aggressive, we'll make it balanced. It's just going to add. I mean, so let me just show you what I'm talking about. This is balanced like 50-50. Actually, no, it didn't. It didn't make it nearly as good. That's interesting. Oh, because actually, I'm not sure. Well, it's not using. Never mind. It's not using your cash as part of your investment scenario. Let's do this. Let's make some of this cash. Let's reduce this by $100,000. We're gonna have. Let's leave this $100,000 in your CDs, and we're gonna invest $135,000 in a good old-fashioned total stock index fund, and we're just gonna put it here, and we're gonna put add holding VTI. Why does it keep freaking doing this? It drives me crazy. I'm crazy. I don't want that. It drives me up the wall. All right. Oops. All right, there we go. All right, so let's add VTI right there. Where was it? VTI. And we're going to add $135,000 in here. 135. 5 divided by the price, which is 128.91. 1,047 shares. Okay, cool. And we're going to make a cost basis of $135,000. All right, sweet. All right, so what we're doing now is we're removing 130, basically half your savings in cash. All right, so basically what's happening is now if we look at our investment portfolio, you'll see it's 6.6% as opposed to what it was before. The reason for that is because we go to our net worth, we're going to see we have 135,000 less in CDs and 135,000 more in accounts. All right. Now what is going to make your retirement look even that better? Because we're assuming that for now until you guys die, the market will give us a decent rate of return, and it does. So if we look at your current plan, it went from, was it 1.3 or 1.2? I can't remember what it was, to 1.86, and it's going to be, it's without question, it's the way to go. All right. So what you got to do? Let me wrap this up. You guys are in a good place, without question. All right, so we don't need any Roth conversions. We don't. But we want you to take distributions from your 401k and IRAs after you retire, but before Social Security kicks in. All right. Becky takes Social Security at her full retirement age. Don waits until he's 70. All right. So we got two things going on. No Roth conversions, but the corollary to that is after you retire, start pulling money from your IRAs and 401ks. Get that money exhausted. Point one. Point two, Dawn takes Social Security at 70. Becky takes it at 67, her full retirement age. I can't remember, it's 67 your full retirement age, but either way, your full retirement age. Point three, move $135,000 from your CDs that are coming due into a Vanguard Total Stock Index Fund and just let that sucker grow. You're not going to need to draw that down anytime soon because you still have a boatload in cash. Look at all this cash that you have. I got to go here. So because of that, and you're still adding to your cash, you have more than ample. It's like the perfect barbell. If we go to accounts, even after putting that $135,000 into the brokerage account, I guess it doesn't show me on this. I guess it doesn't show me the bank accounts net worth. There we go. Wonder why it doesn't. I guess it does show the bank. Anyway, the non-qualified assets will include part of the. I guess it does. Why does that show me the bank accounts, man? It's annoying. Accounts taxable. It's gonna be your non-qualified, which I wish it broke it down just as taxable investment. I wish it kind of showed you what it was. Wonder why they don't say cash reserve. That's where. Let me just change that around. I wonder if I can show that. You got 114 here in your bank account. All right, and you're adding to it every single month of $3,000 a month. I wonder if I could put cash. Let's just make that cash. Will that show me anything differently? Let's go to let me show you what I'm talking about. So we go to retirement. It's the same thing. It's just I wish they labeled it. If we go to cash flows, accounts. No, it's still in the label. How do you get it to be labeled cash reserve? I don't know. That's weird. But anyway, either way. So if we go to ending balance by accounts, we're going to go to additions to accounts. This is the $3,000 a month you're putting into your bank accounts. Essentially, look at that. You're really adding to these bank accounts for sure at $3,000 a month. And if we look at ending balance by accounts, your $315,000 is your investments plus your bank accounts, which is fantastic. And now some of that money is growing real well. Some is just sitting there waiting for you to draw on it when the markets go down. So your goal here is to withdraw your IRA 401k, have those zeroed out, keep enough in cash and CDs to allow that money to be there if you need expenditures on top of whatever it is you're thinking about. For sure, that's the barbell. Everything else should be 100% stocks and just let those go as hell's bells. Now what's going to happen is when you guys hit retirement age, you're going to have a pension, but you're not going to have enough to live on. So you're going to live on your IRA and 401k right here. Now you're going to have to go buy a home at some point when you come back from Mexico or Panama. Well, you pull it from your cash account, your savings, because you're putting in $3,000 a month. That will be the money used to pay for it. Now, because you're not taking Social Security until right here, it's 2029 for you, Becky, and then Dawn's going to take it right here, and you're going to take it right there. Well, now you're living on surpluses. Look at that. Surpluses as far as the eye can see when it comes to total outflows. I guess it isn't surplus as far as the eye can see. Actually, let me make sure I got this right. We got surpluses. Hold on just a second. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So what's happening here is we go back to cash flows. We're starting to have to pull some from our portfolio. Well, that's what it's there for, man. So you're right here because you're living off $3,000. Wow, $3,000, $5,000, $7,000. I mean, you got easily more than that enough in your portfolio because if you're living off $7,000 here in 2035, and we got a accounts 2035, we got we need $7,000. We got $1.23 million in there, tax free, and you're living off $7,000. That's nothing. That's less than a 1% distribution rate. So you guys are living five. I hope you enjoy Mexico or Panama, and I hope you come back and kick butt and take names in Alabama. All right. Hope this helps, my friends. You guys are doing great. Good job. Even though you don't have a huge net worth, just goes to show you if your spending is declined because your spending is low because of no debt, you can retire and live gracefully in retirement without question, and leave your kids a decent amount of money too. It's easy. It's easy. Just don't have debt. All right, we'll see you.